what I was talking about. There was one judge, I think I was telling you this before, that Jewish judge, Jewish guy, Ronald Crone. I remember there was a thing in the Dog Weekly. They used to have Cosby has the dogs, or Cosby has the money, but Hunt has the dogs. That was Bill Cosby, the actor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Clay Cody was his handler. And I remember one show we were at, the two of us were in the final, Cosby. And I had Jamie that day was, he could feel me. He could feel me, and I could feel him through the lead. I could feel him. He was never better. And I could hear, if Jamie could talk, I could say, this is what he said, we're going to beat this guy. We're going to beat him. So we're kneeling down, two dogs, Cody's there and I'm here. Corn walks in front of us and he starts talking to himself, and he's talking to himself so that I could hear it. He said, there'll be days like this. He was after getting paid off, but I had a better dog and he knew it. There'll be days like this. He sent us around, he gave it to Cosby. About an hour after, he comes down to the motorhome with a bunch of flowers for Kathleen. And he says, Ron, there's no need of that, but you're all right. There's a show on after, I forget it, and he says to me, I never saw him looking better. I said, he's not half the dog that he was the last day. I'm telling you that. He gave me the best in show. You know what I mean? So, I had a great life. I said in the set, this is our final night. This is our final night. I think I covered all bases. I covered the most of the bases now.
What are all these? There's this.
Before you open the bag, where's the bag first?
I got the bag.
The bag first. The bag first. You have listened to me all night. There's all the trophies from the dogs. Lift them up. Show them up from there.
Best of Breed, Kennel Club, Columbus, August. Best of Breed.
Second prize terrier group right here. This is Best of Breed.
What Kennel Club?
This is Minnesota.
Minnesota, the date?
Minnesota was May 14th, 1989.
July the 8th?
Yeah, this is Best of Breed, Best of Variety, and this is Missouri.
Yeah.
Kenosha Kennel Club, September the 6th, 1987, Wilmot, Wisconsin. Special second prize for the terrier group.
That was the group.
Best of Breed again. This is July 7, 1990, in Missouri again.
And what is this?
This one is 1991. Best of Breed, May 4th, Freeport, Illinois.
Freeport?
Yep.
What is that?
This one is 1989 terrier group from the Cambridge, Minnesota Kennel Club, May the 13th, 1989.
First in group?
First in group.
Best of Breed, and this was in Illinois Valley Kennel Club, Peoria, Illinois.
That's it.
October 28th. Was this magic?
Yeah, that's magic. That's magic.
And this one right here is opposite sex, Best of Breed, our variety. This is Westwood Kennel Club.
Where is that?
Santa Rosa, California.
Well,
yeah. I travelled all over the country. We travelled all over the country. That is. Oh, that's the other side of that is Australian Terrier.
Oh, Australian Terrier name. Oh, Crestwood Irish Miss, sex female. Crestwood. Oh yeah, he won the John and Kathleen Hunt. 3759 West 66th Place, Chicago, Illinois.
That's it. Now there is the trophies for the dogs. Now here's the trophies for me.
For outstanding services to the Limerick Hurling Club, John Hunt, Man of the Year.
What date?
I can't read the date on this one, John.
There is.
Is that?
Bon
Oh,
date.
1968, sorry. 1968.
Yeah.
This one is John Hunt Special Merit Award, served as chairman of the North America County Board in 1964-65, served as Uachtaráin Ónig in 1966. When John was elected chairman in 1964, all areas as defined by the Central Council were not affiliated with the North America County Board since its founding in 1959. He was one of the leading Gaels behind the unification of the North America County Board. Founding member of the Limerick Hurling Club and served as chairman from 1958 to 1967. It says, "We are indeed honoured to present this award to a Thay County Limerick native for his long and distinguished service to the Gaelic Athletics Association. Presented at Chicago on September 1st, 2002. Wow, very nice.
This trophy right here is to John Hunt, and this is for 50 years of dedicated service to the Gaelic Athletic Association from the Limerick Hurling Club.
Wow, very nice.
The one we're missing that we forgot to bring, Willie, is where I was taken into the Hall of Fame, the Chicago Hall of Fame last year.
Oh,
Yes, he was, yeah.
very nice.
One of the original members of... Can I have my glasses back, please, Clyde?
Seriously, all jokes aside, we're lucky that there's something in between the two of us. Yeah, I think that's
I was taken into the Hall of Fame. I have the big trophy. I forgot to bring it,
That's
but
all right.
I am forever grateful to my associates, and I am forever grateful to my friends and comrades who I was with in Ireland. And I think the greatest trophy that could be bestowed to me or on me is in that book right there. The name of that book?
The IRA in the Twilight Years, 1923 to 1948. My first introduction to this book was through none other than John Hunt. This gives a complete total chronology of what happened in Ireland between the years of 1923 and 1948. There are many famous people referenced in this book right here. Many of John's compatriots who he served with at the Curry camp. And it's this acknowledgement of John's dedication to his politics and his belief in the freedom of Ireland is what led this book to be written. He is referenced here many, many times, but there's no greater tribute that was given to him than none other than the great Kerryman himself, John Ballykeating, in which it says, John Hunt from Thay County Limerick, close to the Kerry border, another sterling character. When our troubles ended, he sought a new life in Chicago, where from all accounts he prospered. Well, indeed he did. And as you heard this story, he is still prospering. And it will continue on for many, many more years, hopefully. I am the luckiest man in the world to be associated with John Hunt for the last 54 years. I am proud to say that I consider him a dear friend. I hear about his dear wife Kathleen, about his two sons Eddie and John, about his 11 grandkids, and about Bridget, who I know, who I've got to know. It has been a great pleasure in bringing you this, the life of the man from Thay, John Hunt. Tide, I'm going to give it to you.
Well, no, I think we're going to finish up with a poem, are we?
You keep talking, Tig, and yes.
Yeah, you can have your glasses back. You talk away now.
No, this whole idea, I remember we were sitting down in the tar room a couple of years ago, and there was a delay on the match, or something happened anyhow, and I was talking to you, and we were just passing time, and you started telling me about, first of all, about the IRA, and I was kind of hooked in, and then you started talking about the dogs. And I didn't want the match to start at all. That was the big thing. I didn't care if it came back. And I said it to Willie Joe's daughter, Teresa. I said, this has always been in my head to try and do something like this. And I think I've said this before. The only problem now is that we really can't go any higher than this.
Like I said to John on the way here this evening, it's a tough act to follow.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, you see, I said, as I said, I have never missed a year, for the last 30 years, that I didn't spend a month or 2 months in Ireland. You see, I love Ireland, you see, because that was my trouble. And as long as there's a foreign flag flying over that country, I will do everything I can to get rid of that. But as I say, I dream, you see, like all fellas do. And as I mentioned earlier, and I read 2 pieces of poetry, there's one little piece of poetry, a couple of lines that I wrote. Here it is. My dream is gone and I am far away, but I will always think of sweet Atty. How I used to climb up Colbert's Hill, these happy moments are with me still. Oh yes, Clash is not far away, I can see Cool West, Gutnagross and Upper Atty. Liston's Hill is in between, it's from there I can see sweet Reen. The village it just sits down below, with a river gale and its winding flow. And yes, now I dream in my lazy way, well, while the wildflowers bloom around sweet Atty.
Well done, John.
Very nice.
Well done, John.
So we're going to call a night to this.
Yes.
Tonight. Do you want to say anything else?
One other thing. Mother Ireland, I have loved you with a love that knew no fear. I have drawn the sword to free you at the tiding of the year. But a sword was raised to smite me as I stooped to kiss thy brow, and the arm that would have freed thee by my side hangs helpless now.
Thank you, John Hunt, for giving us your life.
No, that sounds good. And as I said, there could be, this could become a series, you know what I mean? Like, I think if we can sell it to HBO.
No, I got a call from Hollywood. John,
they won't be looking for magic, they'll be looking for you.
Didn't shut it off, no.
My name is Bridget O'Brien and I'm John Hunt's granddaughter. I'm happy to be the one to sit here with him today on behalf of the whole Hunt family, and thank you all for watching the story of his life. I don't think that there's a better story of anyone's life available, and there's no one better to tell it than my grandfather, John Hunt. He can spin a story like no others, and his is worth the spin. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate it.